bring in Rich Eisen, who joins us on the program, the proud father of 3 children, 3 lovely children. He joins us now. But you know what, Rich? You haven't really aged.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. As far as I'm concerned, Dan, I believe that what ages me is only going to make me better. Does that make any sense?
No.
Okay. I have an echo, Dan.
Oh, you do?
I'm just announcing it right now to everybody.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully they can get this thing fixed for the rest of our conversation.
Do you want to hang up and call in?
You know what? No, this is fine. I'm going to fight through it.
Okay.
I'm going to fight through it.
Okay, so can we...
There may be an I in Rich and Eisen. There is no I in Echo, but I'm a team player.
Can we take the echo out of Rich's ears, please?
That would be wonderful. I'm not joking about it.
Okay.
There is an echo in my ears as I'm looking directly at my sound man and trying to get some help from it.
So if you say clowny, 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 clowny... Oh, they're saying
He's
it's
still
our
out
fault?
For the rest of the season.
Is it our fault?
Yeah.
They said it's our fault?
Might be.
Oh. Okay. So what do we need to do, Seton?
It is.
Seton, do we need to do anything?
Yeah, I'm assuming the BRGs are working on that.
Okay. So guys in the back, can you clean this up so Rich Eisen is comfortable?
Let's fight through it, Dan.
You look good.
I'll fight through it.
You look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, DP.
All right.
I feel good.
I found it interesting with Cam Newton that it didn't take long before we wondered if he'd be able to play football this weekend. It wasn't like with anybody else. You're going to say, are you going to be able to walk again, or how are you going to be? It's like, can he play against Tampa Bay?
Yes. Well, Dan, there is fantasy football to consider here. Come on. I mean, but and that's the issue is too. It happened while we were on our show. And you were looking at Twitter feeds, and you're looking at all these pictures that are being tweeted out in real time, and you're wondering what is happening and what can you react to and what is going to be germane and what isn't. But when you see a photograph of him smiling and he's not bloodied, and then you get a report that he's going to be held for observation, that there's no injuries, then you can, I guess, start talking about what happens to a 4-8-1 football team that's just a half game out of first place. And then you do find, the thing I took away from it, actually, is that he has the same injury as Tony Romo.
Yeah. And
how hard these hits that these guys take in the National Football League every week. We sort of just take it for granted in a way. But I don't know if this is apples and oranges or apples to apples, but maybe Tony Romo suffered an injury akin to a car accident in a tank that flipped over 4 times.
I think it's a great point, and we talk about how these collisions are like car accidents. Cam Newton actually had one, and he has the same injury as Tony Romo. So I think it's a great parallel there.
Well, again, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. And this just, can I have the breaking news music from you guys? Can I have the breaking news music? This just in, the echo is gone.
Yes.
But I no longer hear myself in my ears, so I don't know if you hear me.
I hear you. Well, but you don't hear me.
Good.
Wait, how do we signal to Rich that... Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. We're good now. We're good. The echo is gone.
You sound great.
This just in, the echo is gone.
Okay. You sound unbelievable. It's one of your best performances.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I fought my way through it, and I made a salient point, I think.
Yes, you did.
You know, about how... Okay, very good.
Yeah. John Manziel, how big is this going to be on Sunday?
Oh, monster, Dan. I am not ashamed, as you know. I am not ashamed that this is catnip. This is outstanding. Within a half an hour of this announcement, our producers for Thursday Night Football sent an email to me, Marshall, and Irvin, and Kurt Warner, who's going to be in there this week because we're in St. Louis and Arizona. I mean, it is the Warner Bowl. Sent an email to us. We're removing a topic. What do you expect from Johnny Manziel? Right in there in our pregame show for the first pregame show of the week. Every week on Thursday nights on NFL Network. We are all set. We are all ready. We're all fork and knife in hand, napkin tucked in under our sweaters or whatever button-down shirts we're wearing. We are ready to roll. It's all about, and this is a big game, Dan, because you take a look at the standings, and they're a game and a half behind the Bengals, And if they lose this game, they will not be able to win the division. The Bengals will have a better record than the Browns would be able to have by the end of the season. I'm not saying the Bengals are winning the division, but the Browns would be eliminated from the AFC North, and they're already the 12th team in the entire AFC. So making it as a wild card would be even more difficult. This is a must-win game, and Johnny Manziel is in it. So we're sitting here thinking, well, you got to wait till they're out of the playoff race for them to put Manziel in. This is a de facto playoff game against the Bengals and Andy Dalton, who they got to win this game, too, because they have Peyton Manning in their house under the Monday night lights next week, and we all know what happens frequently when the Bengals and Dalton play under the lights. So this is a big game for both teams.
What do you expect out of Manziel?
I don't know. I'm ready to hear on Thursday Night Football from my analyst, Dan. I am expecting, though, here's what I'll expect. I'm expecting every snap being either a thrill ride or an absolute hot mess. And that is the beautiful thing about John Football, Jonathan Manziel, Jonathan Football, no longer Johnny Bench. It's the best thing. I can't wait. It is so much fun.
You got Jadeveon. By the way, we're talking to Rich Eisen from the NFL Network, and his show, The Rich Eisen Show, comes up top of the hour on DirecTV's Audience Channel 239. Who's on today, Rich?
Jerry Rice, the GOAT. Desmond Howard will be joining me to talk about Heisman and my alma mater, which has still got a coaching vacancy. On yesterday's show, I asked Charles Woodson, another Michigan Heisman Trophy winner and national champion. I asked him if he had a choice between getting Jim Harbaugh to coach his team with the Raiders next year or Jim Harbaugh go to Michigan, who would he choose? And he said Michigan. And I gave him an attaboy for that. And, we'll see what happens, obviously, when that happens. And also on today's show are the directors of the Lego Movie and the Jump Street movies, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. They're going to come on and talk football with me.
Nice. Would you trade for a coach?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, I would. The right coach you take a look at Mark Sanchez. I know Sanchez didn't have a good game against Seattle, but I believe Seattle is playing at its Super Bowl level now. We're seeing it. They are materializing into what we saw last year. It took them a while, but they have their Seahawk legs under them right now, and they're moving forward, I believe, into a seeded position when it's all said and done for a bye week. That said, it just shows you what coaching can do. The right player in the right coach's hands can be far different than the right player in the wrong coach's hands. And we're seeing it now. I would absolutely trade for the right coach if I could. I would do that.
But here's my concern with Jim Harbaugh. If he's going to go and coach Derek Carr, well, he was coaching Colin Kaepernick, and Kaepernick to me has regressed. So Jim Harbaugh is not helping Colin Kaepernick, right?
Well, that said, I didn't say Jim Harbaugh would be the coach that I'd trade draft picks for. I thought you were just asking me a generic question.
Oh, okay. Would you trade draft picks for Jim Harbaugh?
Well, if Michigan doesn't have draft picks, that's the only team that I would trade him for right now. I want Jimmy to come home, Dan. I want him to come home.
He's not coming home.
We need him.
He's not coming home.
We need him. We need him. I know everybody's telling me that. By the way, everybody is telling me that there's various reasons why he doesn't want to come home.
Yeah.
But that said, there's a man can still hope and debase himself for school and spirit.
Okay,
and that's what I'm doing.
Here's one for you.
Until I hear otherwise.
Would you rather win the Sports Emmy for Best Studio Host or Jim Harbaugh goes to Michigan?
Well, since on tomorrow's show, I have Bob Costas on the program. And I know already now that I'm not winning the Sports Emmy for Best Studio Host while he is still in his position, Dan.
Well, plus he had pink eye.
This is a moot question.
Rich, you got to...
You're saying this is the year?
No. Bob's going to win it. He had pink eye. We didn't have anything wrong with this. I mean, I had the flu on Sunday night, but I didn't throw up on camera. And had I done that, I could have won.
DP, I know. Maybe you didn't want to talk about this because you don't talk about your injuries. You don't talk about your issues. You just go out and host.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yes.
Okay? And Bob couldn't hide it. He's the same way as you. We don't talk about our issues here, right? But you over in Sochi, you had your own health issues.
Yes, I did.
You were battling. You were in Turkish baths, were you not?
I was given last rites in Sochi.
No,
I was.
What are you talking about? I heard you were sick, but not last rights.
Al Michaels gave me last rights. Gave me. No, he did. He said, I think this is it.
You sure?
Yes. And I said, look, if I'm going to go, could you say goodbye to me, Al? I mean, I want to hear your voice as the last voice. And
right.
He said, do you believe in death? And I said, yes. And he gave me a bottle of wine.
I thought he was giving everyone last rights because there were no Four Seasons in Sochi. I thought that's what it was.
Wow. That is deep. Deep and not playable.
Yeah,
all right. Have fun at the top of the hour.
Sir. Thank you, DP.
All right.
By the way, this just in, with 30 seconds to go in our conversation, I was able to hear myself. So this was something that that I think maybe I should put this on my Emmy reel because it is on television.
Yeah.
And I went Echo first.
Yep.
Battled through it, made a salient point.
Yep.
Didn't hear myself, and then still, I think I brought my A game.
Can you hear that?
Oh my Lord! Is that Taylor?
That's your daughter.
You got my daughter?
Your daughter is crying.
She's not my daughter. It's not my daughter.
It's Don Mattingly's daughter.
That's right. And by the way, if he doesn't name his child middle name Eisen, then I don't know what to do anymore.
Keep your head up.
Thank you, DP.
Thanks for battling. That's Rich Eisen, just being Rich Eisen.